they're right. You have to do it the right way, but it has to be done, and it shouldn't be done behillus, and it shouldn't be done in a way that's not darchi noam even to one's wife, and the wife is embarrassed that her husband has to go to some vad somewhere and they have a heta for vodka and who knows what. That can't be either. What can be is in a good way, to a certain degree. You get the simchas hachag and the simcha of, you get the kedusha of kedusha's Purim. Imagine after the Purim, like this before the Maisa, you wouldn't get during the Maisa. You ask yourself, am I getting kedusha's Purim? And after Purim, check yourself. Maybe it's too late already. Then I have kedusha's Purim. I have to figure a way. Kedusha's Purim, kimu v'kiblu, and tarbava, ava v'reyus. Hearing the Megillah exactly. Some people, are looking for the aniyim, and somehow they can't find any aniyim. Because everybody either gets social welfare, etc. So they have a good reason why they hold their money in, and not to be an owner and say that's why they can't die in, to give to Evyonim. I mean, yes.
I wanted to ask you, what do you feel is the concept when a person's in a vad? What really is the purpose of a vad? Is a vad a forum where a person can discuss anything that he feels, or is it a place where...
Yeah, but that's not for here. But it's you cannot. You can say anything you want, provided it's with derech eretz, and your goal is to improve and to grow, and you're nice about it. You can't be nasty. It's not a place giving the other guy musar. Who the hell are you to give musar? The answer is, it's there to grow, to find a way of expressing, but it's not expressing everything. It has to be with derech eretz, and you want help to grow and develop and to become a yirat shamayim. The purpose is to become a yirat shamayim and to be kadosh and holy. I mean, that's what it's about. Anyway, I'm looking for people to join the Chevra Kedusha's Purim, and we have regulations and rules and membership and all kinds of things to do. And you don't have to write it down, Shlomo. Each Vad will do their own Kedusha's Purim. Each Vad will know how to make Kedusha's Purim for themselves and their group. But that's the tachlis. That's what you have to do. That's what you have to do. And if you don't plan now, by the time it turns around, it's already too late. I also need people to help us with the mail. I want to thank those that did it in the morning. We need it in Mexico. So he was a rich Talmud Chacham, multi-million Talmud Chacham, and he never gave a penny to tzedakah. Never gave a penny. So I get on the bima in the show. In a big shul, maybe 400 people, big shul. And I get up. I was as young as 8. I get up and I speak. And I say, Ora shelo yokim es Torah. And I translate it in Spanish there. Cursed be the people that don't keep the Torah. A guy can learn Torah and doesn't give tzedakah. He's cursed. And the whole show is jumping up. I want to show how important Torah was. You know what I mean? And the whole show was shaking. It almost threw me off the bima. I was thinking about this guy, this big rich Talmud Chachamim there, They have loads of dough and they don't give to Yeshiva. So the halach is, those that learn Torah and don't give tzedakah to support Torah, it's not enough to learn Torah. There's another chiyuv to support Torah. And if you don't, it's a curse. It's Orah, one of the Orahs. It's not one of the Orahs. The Chavetz Chaim brings it down. So it's not only learning Torah, but you have to see to support Torah. Helping the yeshiva, send out the mail helps you remove that curse of Orash Lo Yekam Sataras. It helps out the yeshiva. It's a big thing. You're making a mistake. People thinking, what the heck's happening? The rebbitzin, the rabbi. Where does the money go in here? What happens in here? Support the lighting this section. We don't have enough money for the lights. You almost 40-some odd thousand shekels for the light. It's a big bill. It's a mitzvah to help Torah come into the world and learn the Torah and give stuff for Torah to help that Torah exist in the world. And Abaya said, what does he think he's getting at is Olam Haba? When he says, because he made one of the young boys finish the Masechta earlier. One of the Tzura means one of the snippet snaps. One of the younger boys finished the Masechta, and he made a party for him. So everybody had to participate. And what's the big deal? Because if your Chaveh finished before you, and you think you're smarter than him, it feels terrible. But why do you have to join the party? Because your goal is to see that Torah is in the world. Not that you learn the Torah and you know the Torah. Of course you have to know that. But Torah is in the world. And that's where Finkel Zechet Tzaddik Bracha from the Mir Yeshiva used to give tzedakahs and money to even people out of his yeshiva because he wanted to work on his midos that there should be Torah in the world. Not only his yeshiva, Torah in the world. Our yeshiva has trouble. We can't get our own yeshiva together. Okay. But the answer is we have to see the Torah should be this yeshiva. Its Torah should be in the world. It's a very important thing. We need help from everybody to help do those mailings. We have to do it. It goes out, and we hope with the schus of the tzibur, and they will send in the money to the yeshiva. They need the money. So it's not like, how can I participate? Who am I? I got to do this. I'm running here. Very nice. But it's a very serious thing. Talmud Torah says that. The guy says, Torah is for me, you laugh at Amaratzim, other people also, a guy loses his chelik. There's a tightrope. Anyway, we're asking everybody, we need people to help. So they're coming in, they're getting money, and you get a schus of that money. You get a schus of Marbitz Torah. It's not like nothing. And that's part of learning the Torah. That's part of holding the chashivas of the Torah and the kavod Torah. And it's nothing degrading to do it. There's a schus to do it. Anyway, think and concentrate on how to belong to the Chevra Kedushas Purim. What? Yeshiva and Megillah. Hashem should give us a bracha next week. We got a few more days before Purim. Let's learn a little bit also. Don't give up only the working. We'll learn and do some work and do both. And Hashem should give us a schus that if everybody participates, if everybody would come and do the mail, it would take quick and fast. But if only a few guys do it, and you do it for a few hours and then slip out, and then put back again. A few people doing everything. And those that slip out, they don't gain. They think they gain. They lose. You can see all these wonderful things that take place. It can take a parrot that says 58 words or 100 words. You saw that recently, the Russians. In between of everything, they show how the Russians have this guy, a little parrot from outside. 35 Russian words, 80 Russian words. And they train it and they have these books and cats and all the exercises, But at the end, you know the story, famous story. Cats are cats, a dog is a dog. Nothing really changes. A little bit they take to that, and they train them a little bit, behaviouristic habits. A goy. We know the story of Avinu sees afar on Har Sinai, on Har Moriah. He sees an Anan HaKavod of Kedusha, And he says to Yitzchak, what do you see? Wow. He asked Eliezer, what did you see? He says, I see nothing. He says, I'm Adom HaChamor, you're a Chamor, stay with the Chamor. And Shitas Rabbeinu Thomas to the degree that even if a married woman lives with a guy, it's like living with a behem and it doesn't ask her to the husband. I mean, to that degree. We don't pass that, but that's to that degree. When we come to the Jew, you already have a new vista, a new thing. When Avraham Avinu was Megayer, Gerim, and he disappeared. So the Kedusha lasted only a temporary period. The Jewish people, that's why Avraham Avinu had to get his son Yitzchak, and Yitzchak got Yaakov, that the generation should go, the Kedusha should continue on further. We got Har Sinai, once we said Nasa v'Nishma, we said Har Sinai, all of a sudden there's like a Xeris HaKosav of a thing called the Jewish soul. The Jewish soul has a different quality, another thing that doesn't exist. It's another reality is the Jewish soul after Har Sinai. We mentioned many halachas about it. Now we get to education. Education. Guy's born dumb. Thick. We say it's not brain damage. We say he's normal. But he's a little thick. Memory is bad. Logic is not so good. Line a list of whatever it may be. Concentration is nil. Just add the list whatever you want. Desire, well, that's a different desire. So we list the list whatever we have, and now what are we going to do? What is the guy going to do? What can he do? Okay, so we'll teach him a little bit. We'll add a little. What can we do? Can we increase the quality of his learning or the quality of his being? Comes along a pasuk in Iyov, according to Rashi and the Jewish stuff. There's a pasuk Yud Aleph Yud Bey. The Ish Novu Yilove. What is that? Novu is Cholo Verik, empty. Kamo Novu Loichluchos. In other words, the person is born empty. When a boy is empty, the head is thick, empty, there's nothing there. Each novel. Ki gas haseichel, the head is thick. Harik mi chokman, has no wisdom, no understanding. Im ki oso ha'omel mi chisoron hadas, al chazeh onash yonesh, ki roi liish novel, verik mi chokmos, litnos leib. Leishtadel b'chochma, lahaskil darke Hashem. Says a man is obligated, he's born thick. He says, Rabbi, I just can't study. Nothing goes in. I went to another rabbi, our Zaysim over there, and other places. And the rabbi said, go to work and learn an hour a day. Man's thick, what can I do? Some people are born to learn. And some people are born to work. And I'll be able to do Yisach and Zavulun. I'll work. And I'll give it people on his earth. Here he learns. No way. I mean, sure, if you have money, you give them money, of course. But here's Onish Yon, you should get punished. Why? Because a man who is even a novel, Barik Mi Chochma, he has to go out of his way, Liknos Lay, he has to buy a heart. And he has to work hard in Chochma to understand the Derech Hashem. That's how Metzudas David learns.
How is the power with Avodah?
The Ish Novel, Cholo B'Lolei, Asher Loi Haven Darko. Yelave Yikno Leiv. Rashi says you have to be clean of heart. Loshuv Leboro, Lefash B'Masa. You have to search your ways. Oyodam. Okay. So that's the first part of it. Odom novel. If a person is a novel, an empty rake, thick, Yelove, make a heart. Hearting. You got a heart. Open up your heart, get your seichel. Thinking. The ayir Pera Odom Yivolei. The Ayer Pele, Pera is a like a chamor, a young chamor. That's like a young chamor. What should he do? Odom Yivolei. Rashi learns Odom Yivolei. Yilman Atzmo Lios Odom Chodosh. Have to learn to make yourself a new man, reborn, different. You stay there, b'nei Adam. V'yechavein. I didn't learn the right book. V'yechavein. V'yechavein darko. In other words, you make yourself a new man and guide and direct your ways. That's how the Rasha learns. Parallel is like Beloy Das. And the Mitzudas David says, Ki kol adam kashe yivolei. Who ayer para? He's like a while. Mibli chochma v'kashe yovin yochen libo hine yaskil v'chein koser royal adam ish novu lahochin libo lahargil b'chochma. Should train himself to do chochma. But according to Rashi, this is an important piece. According to Rashi, a man can make himself a new being. Now, if I would ask the psychologist or the psychiatrist or the people who are familiar in Jewish education, or education in general, they say, what can a man do? How much do you teach him? A little bit. Teach him a little bit to train the guy to go to art schools or he'll learn a trade of some sort. And we'll find out what his capabilities are and we'll try to help him out a little bit to grow, whatever it may be. But he's just thick and finished. The way I understand from Rashi, understand from this pasuk, a man can rechange himself, his whole being, to be a new being. And he can train himself to do totally. You say, Rabbi, that's Pashita. I mean, we knew this originally. Did it not say in Mishlei Aleph? It says pasuk in Mishlei Aleph that Losei sliptoyim orma v'lenar dasu mazima. A guy who's a pesi, opposite of orma, Torah, Mishlei will teach him orma. V'lenar dasu mazima. Nar, he'll get dasu mazima. A fool will get dasu mazima. And a chacham, Yosef, v'novon, tachbulos yikne. You get tachbulos. I like to read Rashi here. Los Eitz Orma Liknois Lahem Apetoim Orma wants to be kind of a Pesi Orma. How can a Pesi get Orma? But he'll make a kinyan. The Nar Das V'gam the Nar HaMenor Mikol Limud Sholomad Adayin Klum Mezimo Machshov Atzma Yishma Chacham V'shom Lo Yosu Lecha Chacham ze Baal Shmua b'Navoin, Moisef al Yediyas Chacham, she'yadei lahavim dom yitachdom, Moisef al Shmuason. What Judas David says, what is meant by that Yoel lo says l'shoitim his chachmus lahasa hapitchios melibam. That's much stronger. Be able to remove the foolishness from their heart totally. Tlenar. Mishurach b'shonim, asher yasa ma'aser believe das, or believe machshava, keduma. So, what we'll do, this will help him coin the das or machshava. Ma'at the yachsho b'dova ad loy yasa. And he'll be able to think clearly what to do. Yishma chacham, negam lo chacham yol hadvarim, Ki kishiyishmam Yosef oy limod midas. Va'novon yikna al yedei tachbulos v'hem dvar mamukim be'iyun rav b'dakas ha'machshava. And you'll be able to, with tachbulos, get depth of understanding. So you see that a man has the ability to change and move, especially a Jewish person who has this special neshama, who's supposed to be special, and he has these qualities in him that Hashem gave us, that kedusha and nitzchis in our soul. Therefore, when we say learn Torah, learn Torah, that's supposed to help or do mitzvahs, which is a certain box. That gives us that certain zest, that certain way to make a change. Now, a person can say, listen, Rabbi, we'll never be like the last generation. The last generation, 60, 90 blood an hour. Last generation, don't you know? What can we know? The age of 5 and 7, Nushas Paiskin. And the generation before, what did they say? The same thing. We can't get involved now. We have to say, listen, our job is to learn. Our job is to do the mitzvahs. And somehow, some way, by doing those mitzvahs, the way that mitzvah is supposed to be, and to do the Torah, learn the Torah as it's supposed to, that gives us a chance to change our whole being. Because we look at Pinchas ben Yoyer, what does he have? Pinchas ben Yoyer says, HaTorah made you lead them. Not that right away you jump in, you need Torah, and Torah brings to you. That brings in. You have to have Torah. So if you learn the Torah, and you follow the Torah, the mitzvahs, kitikuna as they should be. So I was thinking of our golden opportunity we have for Purim. Imagine you realize and have a munas chachamim that which the chachamim tell us to do will make us a new person and change ourselves, and we'll get the essence and the main things of life that we're supposed to get. And now comes Purim. And they tell us what to do. They have Shalach Manas, reading the Megillah, you have drinking out the Lo Yoda, you have the minhag of Nahafo, they wear the garments, right? You have all the list of things to do, and all the chiyuvim to do. And somehow, by being in this period of time, what should happen? So, we'll make a Nahafo. What will we do? We'll wear Saddam Hussein uniform, and we'll be Rishoyim, and we'll spray and beat the other guy. We'll have mido. What are we supposed to do? What are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to train your children, not us? Children. What's supposed to happen in Purim time? The experience of Purim is supposed to bring out what? A good time, feeling good. Wow, was that a good Purim? Did I have fun? Did I what? Did I bang hard on the thing? Did I drink well? Did I say a good grammar? What comes out of Purim? What's supposed to come out of Purim? I did the mitzvah Shalach Manas. Yeah, I did the mitzvah Shalach Manas. Yeah. I did the mitzvah of hearing the Megillah. I did the mitzvah of, I'll add another mitzvah, Kimu v'Kiblu, except the Torah B'Yava. What did I do? What experience did I have through Purim that I wouldn't have had otherwise, and I gained from it? That I'd be able to come, according to Chachomim, the Chachomim, and the Torah tells us, the Sefer HaMitzvahs tells us that, of the Sefer HaChinuch tells us, when you do the mitzvahs, there's certain things, you gain certain qualities in yourself, in Tikkun HaMidos, because they say, what's did Hashem have to have? The shechting in the front or the back, what's the difference to Hashem? The only purpose of the mitzvahs is what? For our benefit, that we should be mistaken ourselves. In fact, I'm standing here right now, I'm thinking of Rabbi Weinstein, you say it all the time. What's the purpose of the shechting first? Or we say right here, the shechting on the veshet or the kona or from the back. He brings a chazal, it's tikkun hamida, it's for our benefit. Our benefit, that means we will follow him the prescription it should be. Not add extra spices, more salt, making a pot, you'll add more salt or more sugar or whatever, then you think you're greater and better, and you'll shove this in, and you're smarter than the chazal, and you're going to emphasize now the masks. Somebody came to me and said, Rabbi, We have matnas. And maybe, last year we taught the kids how to make all these things for Purim. So this year we should also do it, no? It's very important to teach the kids how to use their hands, do artwork. That's not for us. Why is it not for us? I don't know. Because that's not what we're supposed to teach our kids. Okay, that's nice to have also. Nothing wrong with learning your kids to sew and to use the scissors and to color. But that's not the time now for coloring and sewing. Our job now is what? In order to get the most out of Purim. What are you supposed to get the most out of Purim? How are you going to get your kid get the most out of Purim? How are you going to get the most out of Purim? You schlep him into get a Megillah, you give him a nice uniform, he fools around, he enjoys himself. So he's happy. Purim passed by. How did we elevate and make ourselves a new person, a new individual, change our whole selves? How do we get more chokhmah, bina? What do we get out of it? What comes out of it?
Rashi's Megane, Yochim Liboy, then it comes out of Chodesh.
You have to make it, that's what you have to, Yochim, you have to prepare your heart. Why? Because every Jew has that quality at Har Sinai. That we have the qualities of every Jew to develop it, and our job is we have to find methods and ways to bring out by the vads, to bring out the Abbas HaTorah, and to see the Nisim and the Flois of Hashem, and to then have more Yirat Shamayim, and to have Abba Echad Lashem. You have to get that has to come out of the whole. You have to sin against Amalek, against Ra, against Sheker, against those people who want to destroy Hashem's name and destroy that. Have to have mamish hatred for Amalek. It's not a game of bang, humming, boo, noise. That's for kids to train them when they're young, at the age of 3, 4, they know the word humming, boo, humming. But already at 6, how old are you? 7, wow. At the age of 7, you have to know, Haman is Amalek. Midas of Amalek. And you can't have it. And Chas v'Sholom. You should be connected, be involved with the Midas of Amalek, etc. You have to know Amalek. Haman, Haman. You got to go against it. You have to know your mind is abhors and can't stand and the Midas of Amalek. There's a big avodah to do. Naturally, you have to also do avodah. You have to get rid of your hamentashins and your shalach manas and your things and the garments for the kids and vada. But that's not. Then you got to get your Megillah ready, and you have to get things together. No shalabah. You have to read the Megillah in advance so you come at least know what's going on. Pirush Hamilos. But again, how are you going to be in the hafel? Change your whole being and elevate yourself to become a greater and bigger person, and bring forth all the greater qualities that's in yourself. To be a new person after Purim. Somebody told me sort of you drink in order that you'll come out to know who you are. In other words, nichnas yayin, you'll say so now I know who I am. I know my mind's filthy. So now I know who I am and I'm an asshole. And I find out all these bad meanings now. Now I find. You didn't have to take the wine to drink it.
Koski's Kas.
You didn't have to do it. It's like I did in Kiso Casa Vacoso. You don't have to drink the wine to do that. You need to drink the wine in order to. Now, the kasha, do we drink wine or not? We shoot the bullets or not? What's going to happen this year different? So I try to make some more tikkunim in order for the kids today. What I want is that the kids should go, get the kids together. The Chevra Kedushas Purim together. And they go from house to house, go in the koil and the yishuv. And they say a few grammars, a few stories, and they get some little cakes or whatever it is, stock of money for the koil or the yeshiva. And you make it a thing like they do in all the yeshiva world. You see, in my house, those in the yeshiva, I'll have, like I did 10 years ago, 12 years ago. I gotta talk to the people who must know how to change their ways a little better, in a more easier way. Usually you can't tell somebody anything. But in Purim, taken as in a good sense of humor, you can tell the guy what. You say it in the right nice way. You tried. We got him a Maya drink. We got him a Maya. We got a marbe avas atara.
The pan is shiur with the batana. The shiur.
Okay, you're busy during the day. There's not much big batana. And we got to make it a live, real experience. Make ramen. How to get really together with all the chamera. That's a real hard experience. What to do? But you have to think for yourself, how you yourself, how you going to do it. I want to read that Rashi again. Let me see that Rashi. Milmat atzmo liyos adam chodosh keseidem v'nei adam v'yechavein darko. You yourself are obligated. The responsibility is on your own to become a new person. It's your responsibility for yourself, for your family, to find eitzes, takbulos, kiddushim for yourself. For this Purim, what are you going to do different? And what midos tovos you're going to come in? A new hasagas and HaKadosh Baruch Hu are going to come out. A new understanding, especially at this time when we see Yad Hashem and Hashgachas Hashem in the world more than before. We're thinking, I mean, how are we going to change? What are we going to do? Maybe you're going to have to tell your kids the story of Amalek. Guys got guns. And number two is, they get a little too wild. So we got them a Maya for that reason. And the third thing is, I mean, not because of the matzah. And the matzah could come, the guy's drunk and, and a siren comes out, they have to run into the miklat. So the rabbi says, so what if you go to sleep also? Somebody can wake you up. Getting drunk is harder. But there are problems. You have to limit it. But you have to get the essence of fun. The kids have to have their fun, a Torah fun, and then you have to grow. That's the same thing with the wife. Imagine the husband, they're making showers on the Yeshiva. He said, well, you work very hard, I'll help you. Maybe you were kind of Yeshiva right there, but you're not. Imagine that. I mean, it's still there for you. When they say, listen, I really love your cookies, you really do a special way. I'm happy I married you. I mean, there are all these things that can come out of it. If a person has to try himself to be an Adam Chodosh, a new person, to elevate himself, the way Chazal wants him to be, to express and get the benefit of what Purim's about. I just want to repeat for Zahavi's sake. The pasuk in Iyov Yud Aleph, pasuk Yud Beis. V'ish novuv li yilovei. So they learn what is a novuv, a guy that's hollow, gas seichel, rik, empty. Yilovei, according to this Rashi, give him a heart, get a heart. In other words, kind of heart. The ayir, terem, and I you're a bachamor, odom yivolei. So Rashi learned, Yilman actually is odom chodesh. Train him to be a new person. A reborn Purim Jew. In Purim, there was a rebirth from Kivu and Kivu Yilman now have also a rebirth in Odom Chodesh. A Purim baby, a Purim person. Of recognizing Hashem, Odom L'Chavero, seeing the Kakara, whatever it may be, you have to do it. Each one has to do it for himself, for his family, to become a new person. And it's only because the Almighty blessed us that we have the neshamas that we got in our Sinai, the kedusha that we have the ability to make total change. You have to make it a real experience, a Torah experience, a religious experience. They say, listen, Abba, you're a Talmud Chacham, you're in Yeshiva. What's in your Purim and a Purim down the block? Purim down the block is much better. Have a sudar, beautiful kalim around. You're supposed to take out the most beautiful kalim you have, nice kalim. Everybody's nice, they sing together in harmony. They give beautiful shalach manas. They sing and they have Odom L'Chavero and everybody comes. And what is your balagan? It's a balagan. You schlep. We make noise in the shul like crazy people. You know, what do we know? We drink like that. Now I want to see my father drunk. This is the Purim of a Talmud Chacham. Baby? And Ima's nervous and Abba's this one. You know, what do we do? We hardly give the pennies to him. What is this? What kind of Purim is this? Is this real Purim? And the kids are right. But if there is a communication and explaining, and they feel the Avos HaTorah and the greatness of the Nisim expressed from the mouth, from the wife, from the mother, and the kids, and they feel the Achva, and they see the Chochmah in the Megillah. What's that? They see it's a Torah. Otherwise, it's a meal, and it's a night that everybody's trying to run out of where they are, running downtown, running from yeshivas. You get their things to bang each other or to who knows what. Or they want to see some fun, or excitement, or adventure. The excitement and adventure, the individual recognizing the Derech Hashem. And see the story we feel and how they can tell over a better story. And how they can see in today's world it happens. And see the Hashgacha practice. And understand the godless of Hashem. That you'll be able to say, let's sing Hallel. Instead of Hallel, we'll read the Megillah. But we're going to sing Hallel to Hashem. We have to find a way how you would like to see a Talmud Chacham's family live a Purim. And imagine you're a Talmud Chacham, the single boy. How would a Talmud Chacham act on Purim? How would a Ben Torah act on Purim? What do you know? What do you expect to do? Not read the Mishnah Berurah while everybody is dancing and having fun. That's the wrong one. That's not the time to read the Mishnah Berurah. You should prepare in advance. That's the time of doing the mitzvahs. What has to have to know how to do the mitzvahs, but Avo, the Leiv Shalom. And you don't have too many chances. If you want to be Yitzhak, the Ikar Mitzvah, the Chachamim, Odom L'Chavero, Matonas, Evyonim, you have Meish L'Re'eim, you have the reading of the Megillah, you have Mechikas HaMolech. What do you think when you Mechik HaMolech? The action of, could you picture, this is the tzuris of the mitzvah, you Mechik HaMolech. You're thinking how you would do it, emotion involved in it. It's not supposed to be expressed only in banging. To be there also. We said this year we wanted to put the name of Haman on your feet, rip a eraser on a board. You have to do it in a tzura that you would live it again and do it again. If anybody has any chidushim of how they picture they would like to do it, imagine sharing those wonderful ideas with your chabura and your friends and with the rabbi. That'd be a nice idea. But not your kedusha inside. We'll do the same thing with a little kavana. How you expect or think how Purim should take place. And express your frustration and then feel free. That's not what it's about. Anyway, Hashem should give us siyata d'shmaya that we should have a Purim that Chazal wanted us to have. What did they picture? They wanted you to perform and do. You. How do they want Chafetz Chaim to make a Purim? How do they want the Vilna Gaon to make the Purim? Well, if the Purim for the Chafetz Chaim and yours is different, it should be a kasha. How come? He's an old man, okay. You're young. A lot of spirit. Doesn't matter. You got to picture, how does the Torah want us to be happy and be with Purim? And that's the key. And try to fit into that image. How to make it life for your children. Hashem should give us that siyata d'shmaya, that we will do it b'kedusha, b'tara, and get those qualities in the mitzvah of Purim, Chacham made, to elevate ourselves to be a new person, a better person, a greater Yirat Shamayim, a greater Ohev Hashem, and one who's able to sing real shiur al Hashem on his great niflos and nisim, and will be machniya to do his ratzon more, and we hope that we will see, like he's helped those days against Amalek, help our days against Amalek. Any questions? Just want to mention one thing, gentlemen, you know, we have to do the mail. Mail. WR. I announced that people thought, a lot of people didn't come in this morning, I think, because they knew there was work to do. So we didn't work. The work was what?
There is now.
There's now
This morning there wasn't.
The morning there was no work. I know, that's what we learned. We need help this afternoon, guys. We need people to donate their time and effort. Not to run away, and how to run away, but how they can find extra time to help out to do that. Hashem should give us that solution. Place. You have a little chakira. You can say a nest takes place because really was supposed to be destroyed. Hashem made a nest because we did tshuva, we did meisim tovim, and that's why we were saved. You can say tzchusavos. No, it should have been. It didn't happen because of reason X, Y, and Z. It could be that Bichlal, Hashem tells us that Am Yisrael or Eretz Yisrael cannot be destroyed. Why? Maybe. Like people say, the third base Churban won't happen. Schusa, the Tzibur, Am Yisrael is Chai, or the fact that this is the beginning, Haschalta de Gula, or as other people say, or no, not because of us, Chusim, because this is the time, Haschalta de Gula, or because of Eretz Yisrael, Schus Eretz Yisrael, or Am Yisrael, the open kloli, rather than the prati of the individuals. It could be that Hashem also, in the prat of the moment, He doesn't save us because of chosavos, but for our potential, or your children's potential. Not because of us, because of your children, grandchildren. Or because of the future deeds you're going to do. No, it's not for the moment, for the future. I just know that I looked around and I don't see 1,000 people choizer b'tshuva because of the war. I don't see people enthusiastic, kimu v'kilu v'avad, everybody's running to learn the Torah more enthusiastically, more energy. I see maybe people recognize Hashem made Nisim. There's no shayla about it. People talk about it. Chazal make a kal v'chomer. That is brought down by the Shiltis, the Emek Dover brings it down, and says that Halu Hashem kol goyim shabchu kol goyim ki govanin chasdo. So the Shiltis make a kal v'chomer. If they, the goyim, are the ones that see a miracle by us, or see or other people learn pshat as the Gersa according to the Marshua, that they have a miracle in general they see and they sing praise. So kal v'chomer us, and they say kal v'chomer what? And the Emek Dover, once they had the words, us who are, we the Jews who are melumodim, we are trained, or we are sensitive to the Nisim of Hashem constantly. We are supposed to be type of people, the Jews, that we always see Nisim. We know Hashem saves us constantly. And therefore for us, who are trained in Nisim, for us, kal v'chomer, we should sing praises to Hashem. In other words, for us, we have to be more sensitive and more meaningful and more feeling of what's happening. It's like if the Amoretz sings praises, or the Goy, kal v'chomer, we who learn Torah, B'nai Torah, surely should sing praises. Well, this will be dedicated to Hashem and see Hashem and know. Surely we should be able to sing praises and see Hashem and know the godless Hashem.